Hello friends, welcome back. Suppose you want to find the height of a building or a tree or a mountain. What do? Maybe measuring with tape is not always possible. In this video, we are going to address that problem. I am planning to divide this project into two videos. The part 1 video will try to find the height manually, and in the part 2 video we'll develop a small mobile application using Xamarin, and we'll use the capability of your smartphone to find the height. Suppose you want to find the height of a tree. Our aim is to map this tree into a right angle triangle. So as you can see, there is an angle formed on the left side, and the opposite side we mapped into the height of the tree. As you know, the right angle triangle will have adjacent side, opposite side and hypotenuse, and one angle will be always 90 degree, and the remaining two angles will sum up into 90 degrees. Most of you must have learned the Pythagoras theorem in your school days. A square plus b square is equal to h square, and also the trigonometric ratios. We will be using the last formula, like last tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent side, and we can rewrite that as opposite side is equal to tan theta into multiplied by adjacent side. Take an example. In this triangle we have an adjacent side of length 7 cm and opposite side we don't know the height. We'll be finding that height, and the angle is 55 degree. If we apply our formula over there, tan 55 into 7, finally we'll be getting 9.996 cm. Approximately it's 10 centimeter. How we'll find the angle? As you know that ruler is used to measure the length. Similar way, protractor is used to measure the angle. Here we will be making a small instrument using a protractor and a small tube or pipe. You can use any kind of pipe like which is used for your plumbing purpose and all. And we will be attaching this protractor into one side of the tube and put a small hole in the center of the protractor and pass a thread through that and tie some weight on the other side like a nut or a stone, and this is to ensure that the thread is always point towards the ground. Now how to measure the angle using this device? As you can see, the boy is looking through the tube and he is focusing towards the top of the building. So actually when he looked to the top of the building, he is getting an angle in the protractor. So here he is getting 65 degree here, and you can see the angle to the horizontal line from the thread will be always 90 degree, and as you know that from one side to other side of the protractor is 180 degree. So 65 plus 90 plus 25, so the angle is 25. Also measure the distance from your place to the building. Suppose in this case it's 40 meter. Also consider the height of the boy. Maybe he is standing and looking into the building, so that also 1 meter. So if you apply everything into the formula, tan 25 into 40 plus 1, that is equal to 19.64 meter. That is the height of the building. This is the small instrument which I made, like a small plastic tube and a protractor, which is I printed on an A4 size paper. So you will have a bigger image, so you can have more accurate measure. And I put a thread into the center of the protractor and tied a nut on the other side. We can see here an expert is measuring the nearby building's height. Now how to find the distance from your location to the building? Suppose it's far, you can't measure it with the tape. So here we will be using the Google Maps feature to measure the distance. Now we will see how Google Map will help you to measure the distance from one point to the other. Suppose I am sitting in one side of the Doha Corniche and I want to measure the distance to one of the building on the other side of the Corniche. Suppose in this case I am considering the Qatar Petroleum building. So you point on that building and right click, you will get a pop-up menu. In that one, measure distance. So you can put a point on that building, and then the second point you put somewhere else, and that move towards your location. This will give you the aerial distance from one point to the other point. So in this case it's 2.85 kilometer. So in this case we got the distance from your location to the building, and angle we can find with the instrument which we made, and you apply on the formula, and you can get the height of the particular building. And I will be back with the second part of this video. In that video, as I mentioned earlier, we'll be developing a small application, mobile application using Xamarin, and we'll use Google Map to find to measure the distance from your location to the object, and we'll use the device capability to find the angle, and then we'll calculate the height.